is amazing with this device for us blind people. This way we could stay in with the game from the beginning to end. Now you feel it with your hands and you would know where the soccer ball going.
I'm just excited to know that I'll be able to be in the loop as to what's happening on the field and be able to share that excitement along with the rest of the fans.
To have something like this where I can actually feel what's happening real time, it makes a huge difference.
Very excited. It's been a bit since I've been able to actually be a part of stuff, especially for these kind of events. So for this to be accessible here, I'm excited to see how it goes.
Let me explain how the target works. You've got 3 layers. So the first one is the line, independent lines, so you can see where's the field. And then you've got the magnetic cursor. The magnetic cursor follows the movement of the ball in lifetime. So if you look at the field, it will move accordingly to what's happening on the field. And then we got a vibration system. Different vibration to know what's going on the field.
It was such a good experience to feel how everything was going. Oh my goodness, with the commentary, it was so good.
Man, what an incredible experience, really. I loved it. I think it's just a testament to all the things that technology can do. I mean, I can definitely say that this is the most engaged I've been in a game, you know, to be right with the crowd, to know what's going on and everything.
This was amazing from beginning to end. I would do this again with no problem. This was a great experience.
There's just no words to really describe. I just want to thank Touch Sports Solutions and Touch2See and San Diego FC for collaborating and making this possible for members of the blind community to come and enjoy a game of soccer.
What an incredible video. Just love all the emotion in it as well. All right, let's go on to our judges' questions. We're going to start with Christine.
Yeah, I agree with you. The emotion in that video is so special and really resonates. I had a quick question about where are the boards currently available, and do you envision using them for other sports? I imagine that they're the more fast-paced sports are probably the most engaging, but just curious about that.
Sure, thank you. Great question. So we available right now in 2 stadiums in the US, St. Louis City in MLS, and then San Diego FC, another MLS teams. Those are the first teams we've been working with in the US, and we've been discussing with about a dozen other professional teams to start a deployment with their in their stadium.
Thank you.
And for the question regarding the other sports, so soccer is available, but we also have rugby and basketball already available. And then we're working on 4 or 5 different new sports that should be coming up within the next few months.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Terrific question. We're going to move on to Autumn. Judges, don't forget to be filling out your scorecards so we're ready to do the live results. Autumn, we're ready for your question.
Yeah, this is really great. I wanted to know a little bit more about the working with teams. What does it look like? So if I'm a team and I say that I'm interested in having this, what's the process from start to finish?
Absolutely. So the process is we normally do a proof of concept, which is normally a one game or 2 games that we come with about 12 tablets available for users. And that gives the team the experience of a deployment. That also allows them to get enough content because the team's normally looking for sponsors to finance the operation. Once the POC is finalized and we do the first deployment, we normally have 2 choices for the teams. Either they do a per game situation if they don't want to have a full season package, or we have a full season package, which obviously brings the price tremendously down.
Fantastic. All right, Chris, you're up with your question.
Thanks, Christy. Hi, Emmanuel. Very nice to very great presentation and yeah, incredibly emotional and impactful. Um, how does the technology, the underlying technology actually work? How are you capturing, I'm assuming, is it a real-time feed of the
So
telecast
we've
or the color? And then how does that convert into real-time haptics for the user?
Absolutely. Great question. So we've got two ways to do it. So the first way is to automate the process. So most professional teams have a data sports provider that already do a multitude of statistics and calculation for the sports team. We actually just take very the basic data that they have for the ball tracking movement. Um, they give us access to the data that goes back to our server, and we send the haptic signal to the tablets.
Gotcha.
So that's
And,
the automated way.
and is
And
it,
then we also, yeah, I'm
sorry,
sorry.
is there a lag or delay, or is it
So there
relative?
is a microseconds delay, uh, but it's almost not noticeable in the stadium. And then we also have developed our own app. So because there is few competitions where there is no data provided by the either by the league or by the team. So for example, we work on the Paris Olympics last summer. They do not provide any data for their competition. So we develop our own app where we can have one of our employee basically looking at the game and retranscribing all the movement of the ball through the app. The app then sends the signals to the tablets in the stadium.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic questions. And finally, we are on Nick. Nick, you're up with the last question of the day.
Really enjoyed watching the videos. Really a great endorsement for the product and the people's excitement about being able to participate in a much different way. So really nicely done there. But I also was interested in what Chris was talking about in how the data gets into the device. That's very interesting to me, and I appreciate you explaining that. I wanted to go back a little bit to your experience working with the teams and venues. How are they promoting that availability to the guests? So is that when they buy a ticket, do they have to indicate they would like to use a product like that? They have accessible needs, or is this something they do on site? How is it typically, how are guests becoming aware of your product?
Absolutely. Great question. So we have two different ways. So the let's say with the US market right now, we only done deployments proof of concepts with two teams. So normally it was very different in both cases. St. Louis, for example, is probably one of the most inclusive team in North America. They
That's
already
great.
have 7 or 8 different programs for inclusivity. So working with them was really easy because they already knew all the local community for the blind and visually impaired. So we just had to come to show up with the tablets, and they did all the work to bring the users. And they also have the audio description services available for all their home games. So they already had contacts with the local community. For San Diego, it was completely different. They're a new team. They're still learning who their fans are, and obviously they had no contact with the local community. So we made the connections between different nonprofits, and we helped the team create the best deployment for the first time. And then it's just more the word of mouth. Once we do the first deployments, the ones who use the tablet normally tells to their friends in the same city, and then they all want to experience it.
That makes sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fantastic answers and great questions from our judges. Thank you all so much. Just wonderful, wonderful products that we've had this year, as always. And we've really enjoyed seeing all the videos for all of them. That wraps up our pitch competition for our 7th InnovateAble session. We're so glad that you were all here to be part of it. We'd love to just thank our judges for participating and being here. We're so grateful for these amazing experts in accessibility who are coming alongside and helping to make sure that these products get the light that they deserve. We hope that you really found this session informative and helpful for your future. And we're so glad that you were able to join us. We really, really would love to invite you to be part of our travel ability session in Oregon this year. We're looking forward to that in October. If you don't have those dates, it's October 13th through 15th at the Sun River Resort in Central Oregon. You'll have the opportunity to hear from influencers, industry leaders, people with disabilities, people who have developed training for disabilities. A wide range of presenters will be there, and I look forward to seeing you there myself. I will be there to help MC and moderate again, and it is truly the highlight of my year to be involved with the Travel Ability Organization, getting to do these two events. If you have not already taken the time to vote in the poll, now is the time for the People's Choice Awards. So please go ahead and vote in that poll and pick your favorite presentation. You can pick based on the best presentation you saw or your product that you think is going to make the biggest difference. It's your choice because it is the People's Choice Award. And right now the judges are tabulating their scores. I just want to share a little bit about how these kinds of products and these pitch competitions have the ability to change the lives of the end users. I have been attending Travel Ability for a few years now, and it's been amazing. I've been here since their second one, and it has always just been inspiring and encouraging to do it. But one of my favorite parts is learning about these different businesses and the products that they offer. And last year we had several products there. We had the Hero door opener. We had, oh goodness, now my mind is going blank and I can't remember everyone. Jake, who else did we have there last year? Hero door opener was one of my favorites because opening doors is such a common problem for wheelchair users. So having that there was an incredible thing. We had at the Oregon Governors Conference, we did a mini pitch competition, and we had also Culture City there, and Culture City is for neurodivergencies. They come in and help prepare a destination to accommodate neurodivergencies, and that's certainly something that we've taken advantage with my family. And then we also had Rio Mobility there, and I use a Firefly. All of these products come to light through organizations and things like Travel Ability. And the InnovateAble Showcase is a way that brings in innovation so completely and so seamlessly. And we get to take that innovation and share it as we go around the world to talk about how to improve accessibility. Without the InnovateAble Showcase, some of these products would not ever get the attention that they deserve.
So Christy, could you explain to the audience how they can access the People's Choice ballot?
Yes, there is that poll. It popped up on your screen at the beginning. You may have minimized it or closed it, but you should be able to open that again. It's in the background on your toolbar. You may see it. Let me see if I can find it. This is not my area of expertise, but if you click the three bubbles on the bottom of your screen, where it says more, you've got all the controls down there. You'll see polls and quizzes under that. Click that, and the People's Choice poll should pop open, and you should be able to go ahead and vote in that. I see we've had somewhere 19 people vote so far, and we have more than that on the call. So we're going to give that just a couple more minutes for people to get their final votes in. Another one of my favorite competitors last year was Aira. Aira provides both visual interpretation and visual audio descriptions, and then also ASL interpretation with certified ASL interpreters on the spot. What amazing technology. I had the opportunity to use that at a conference I attended earlier this year with a gentleman who is a travel advisor and who is deaf. He had questions about my Firefly, and we were able to have an in real-time conversation thanks to me knowing about the app Aira. and Ira is now also used in Starbucks. So some of these things are really incredible to see. Let's see, where are we with our poll results? So I have an update for you. We have a People's Choice winner, and that award goes to Scan Me Home. Thank you so much for that amazing product. I am sure that will bring so much peace of mind to so many. I can see a lot of ways that will impact people. And I just saw somebody's hand go up. While we're waiting on our judges' results, do we have any audience questions? If you will just type that question in the chat, we'll take a look and review those. So I'm just scrolling through to see. Idan, thank you for your feedback. We're super excited to be able to do this. So glad you were able to be here. And finally, let's see, we have the judges' results. So this competition this year was very, very close. All of the presenters did a fabulous job. Our presenters pulled on our heartstrings, and your presentations were so flawless and seamless. I don't know how the judges were able to pull this off, but we do have those results. And as soon as I have them, I will share them. So real quick, while I'm waiting on those results, I wanted to share about the Adapt Sling. I didn't want to do it until after the judging was all finished because I didn't want to influence anything. But I have an Adapt Sling, and I have had to use it in an emergency situation on an airplane before. I don't even remember where I was going, but I needed to use the restroom, and the flight attendants couldn't figure out how to open the aisle chair. We were in an emergency situation because I needed to use the restroom. When disabled bodies don't work, sometimes there are lots of parts that don't work. So they had to figure out how to get me to the toilet. There we go. And we used my Adapt Sling in order to do that. And it was really eye-opening for the flight attendants to see and everybody to see. So Adapts, you have certainly had an impact on my life. All right, here we have them. Here are the judges' results. In third place, we have Coda. Coda, thank you so much. What an incredible product. Second place, Scan Me Home. And this year's InnovateAble Showcase winner is a tie between Board Safe Docs and Lotus. Thank you again, everybody, for presenting. Thank you again to our judges. You all had a tough job to do picking between such amazing products. We're so grateful for you all being here. And congratulations to our winners and all of our participants.